everyone, it's Teresa. How you doing today? Well, this is for the hashtag event from Trash to Treasures for the CAC event. And when it comes to making something out of nothing, I'm your gal. I wear expensive perfume when I go out into public in places, but I wear inexpensive perfume if I'm going to mow the yard, work on a tractor, or some kind of gunky stuff that's considered guy stuff. I carry my femininity no matter where I go, and that's my story. But I also have a love for upcycling, so I bought these perfumes at, this one has been washed, it's just on the inside. I bought these perfumes at Dollar Tree for $1, and I love the shape of the glass. They come with a stamped image as well as stamped words of the manufacturer and obviously the name. So I took regular acetone nail polish remover and I scrubbed over the top of it, washed it off, and used rubbing alcohol, and it's ready to go. I'm going to put you up a bit more. Yep, this is the highest you've ever been. Congratulations, I'm scared. Anyway, this is what the bottle looks like. It's not very big, okay? I have a few others as well. I just love the way this one looks, although I didn't like the smell of perfume, so what I did is I just tore the top off. I had my dad do it, and poured the stuff out. Now, growing up as a little girl, my grandparents on my mom's side would go to other people's homes, and they would have these glass things on their upper parts of their wall, on the molding or trim or whatever. And the more I look at these, I'm like, man, they must have painted some of those, because we did. Now this is just 2 coats. As you can tell, it needs another coat. This has to dry for 24 hours. So I had to make quick work with the heat gun and apply the second coat. It does need a third coat because I want this to be deep. I'm going to paint a few of them in front of you, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to embellish these. So I not only have a green one, but I have a pink one, which is a really pretty rose color. And I thought these would be cute to put little flowers in your windowsill. You could put 1 or 2 flowers in there if they're small enough. How cute is that? And then I have an orange one, which only has 1 coat, and we're going to do the double coat on this, and some other coats, and we're going to start a fresh coat on this. I have 2 of these, and 4 of the others. So I have 2 of these. And one on the face of it looks like a corset. And I thought, how cool is that? So we're going to do some techniques with that. But in order for us to be able to do a bunch of mixed media and accessorizing, these have to dry, like I said, 24 hours. So let's get started. This is the glass stain that I'm using. This is the rose, that's this color. We have to do a blue. This is the green, and the green is here. The orange, and then that's all the colors I have out. We're going to do blue and a purple. So I'm going to set these back here, and we're going to get started on painting some of these lovely, delicious items here. Okay? So this one has already been cleaned and cleaned inside and out. The only reason why it has water inside of it is because my dad was wanting my attention, and I'm in here concentrating, and you know, when you concentrate, you don't hear people. And that's why I messed this up, and I took it out and washed it off right away, because you can wash this off before 24 hours if you don't like the way it's turning out. This is a glass painting brush. It's very bendable, and I'm going to try it with just a regular brush. That way, oops, you don't have to worry about buying anything special. And it's best to go in one direction. So you can see this blue is pretty fine. And I don't know why this blue looks like that, but it does. I'll try shaking it up and see if we can get more pigment. But I think it's just the way that it's supposed to be, because it shows a very pale blue. But like I said, you've got to put layers and layers on these. Most would get upset about that fact, but I don't, because this allows me to adjust the color my way. So if I want something that is pretty much opaque, then I would keep adding layers. If I want it transparent, I would just give it a coat or two. I like it anyway, it's gorgeous. So you're supposed to let these dry flat, but I let them dry standing up because I use a heat gun on them real quick. You don't want to do it too long because you will end up removing the paint from your glass jar or your bottle. And I'm going to just keep putting little layers of blue on this. Doesn't bother me in the least. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and dry over in the corner right there. And we're going to move on to the orange. Now my suggestion is to make sure you have something, as you can hear me crash down again, to clean your mat off between colors. Unless you want a rainbow effect, that's cool. But I don't. So this is just Murphy's oil, soap, a little dish soap, and some water. It works a miracle, though it smells to high heaven, but, you know, sometimes you gotta deal with that. So I'm cleaning the mat off, and I'm gonna bring this orange one right back over, okay? I'm gonna dry that off just a little bit. Now the reason I'm using gloves is because it stains, and frankly, I scrub so much paint out of my hands that my hands get raw and chapped, and it's not fun. So I want you to be able to see this. Do you see how thick it is? And how I get it on the lid. But don't worry about that because this is meant to look homemade. I mean, if you want something that's not homemade, by all means take your time. And when it's done, they're not even going to notice. And if they do, good for them. They deserve it. I'm being a smart pants. The best thing to do, too, is to do it, make this your palette, and just swipe down. Try not to go over too many areas, or too many times of the same area is what I'm trying to say, because you will remove the paint underneath. Okay? And what I'm going to do here is keep giving it a few coats. Now, I haven't touched that purple at all. And my little purple of mind over here, which is me, because I love purple, is going, let's touch that purple. Come on, let's touch it. As you can see, you do that, which is okay. I want you to see the blunders. You just pick it up, and you just keep painting it on there. My hands are not used to being in gloves and having to treat things delicate, so I can pretty much bet your bottom dollar it's going to be a little bit of a trip for me. Throw that in there, put the lid on. Come on, Teresa. There we go. I'm going to spray this down. And I'm going to wipe it up. Now we're going to go after this lovely bottle. And we're going to go after that one with purple. I'm going to shake it really well. I'm going to make sure it's open, because some of these haven't been used. This one's been used. Yay. And when we go to decorate these, you're going to have a shock, because I guarantee you're going to enjoy that process. We might do some bead wrapping. We might just do some painting. I don't know. Alright. Now you just want to be a troll. Oh, too much, too much. It's okay. It's good to make mistakes. Especially of that type. That way you can see me put it all back in the bottle, because this stuff is running. Alright, now let's paint it. I knew this one was going to be a little tricky because of the braiding on the front of the bottle. But I like that. That's really cool. I'm just going to keep going over it. I don't know how you would dry something flat like this, due to the fact that it's a round curvature. You're not going to spend 4 separate days painting 4 separate sides. I don't have patience for that. I have to get in and get her done. As you can see, we're not being too careful, and I really like that. But as a little girl, my grandparents had a lot of company, and as you can see, I'm dropping it all over the place. Anyway, they had a lot of company. I'm not very dexterous tonight with my hands, and I apologize. I'm not always this klutzy, just tonight for some reason. Alright, back to my story. My grandparents always had a lot of company, and they were always people that were creative. Woodworkers, candle makers, jewelry makers, items like that. And my grandfather also made jewelry with my grandmother. They owned a little rock shop, they called it. And anyway, long story short, he was a cop, retired, and made jewelry. Simply put. No lie. He needed an outlet from the stresses of everyday life, working on the streets and stuff, and you know, a police officer's job's not easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly pick this up and not try to slam it around. And I'm going after that blue one again. I'm going to just lightly spritz the table here. It's okay. I changed my contact paper and got mad. Said to my dad, I need your help. I'm too short on one end. Of course he laughed and told me to grow some arms, but he helped me. I was grateful for it too. Alrighty then. I'm going to go after this one again. Now I'm going to just, as you can see, this one is not dry by any means. Make sure this is good enough. And I'm going to go in one direction on this. You don't want to go into circles or anything like that on this. If you want to, by all means, go ahead, but it's best if you just do the straight up and down. It'll help with the application of this paint, because this paint can be tricky to use. But trust me, once you get your mind wrapped around how it operates, you'll be fine. And by that, meaning you have to let it dry. At least an hour in between coats. Come back, put your final coat on, let it dry for a solid 24 hours before you do anything to it. And you're golden. There's no baking of this product at all, which is a good thing. Because I know some people are impatient when they do arts and crafts. This is just a nice little way to recycle. As you can tell, it's getting deeper blue the more coats we put on it. Pretty neat, huh? I'm going after the orange. I'm going to clean my tabletop up here again. That's okay. I'll move this back to its little location and pull the orangey forward. You don't have to worry about these drying out. Inside the cap has a little hole for the nozzle to fit in. It's pretty neat. I like that idea. And I'm loving that purple one too. The first thing I thought when I saw it was, that looks like a bodice. I'm like, yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. I was going to make dresses for these and make them as little figurines. But I didn't do that because the more I painted them, the more I liked them the way they were. It sounds crazy, but yeah. Now it looks like I'm putting a lot of paint on my surface, but it doesn't take too much if you do a slightly thicker layer. And like I said, some people are impatient, and when I do a project like this, I tend to get a little bit impatient as well, which means I want to get it done, get it dried, and get it perfected. As you can see, it's covering up beautifully. And this brush worked just fine. In fact, I think it worked better because the other brush was so flimsy that it kept falling back. It just wasn't good at all. So what I'm doing is, just like I said, small thin coats, and then we're going to finish it off. Also, another trick to move it is to take a paintbrush, so you don't have to touch the tip of it, and do that. Walk it backwards. Put that back. My pants are falling. It's not good. I even tightened the elastic on my yoga pants. Okay, so this is a purple. See? Purple. We're going to go back after it. I'm going to keep drying that brush off in between so that I get sort of a dryish brush, if you will. But I'm not so... I forgot this is the one I have to dip my brush into. Oh, goodness. Put a little out. See, it comes out so quick. But that's okay. And I dropped it. That's even better. So I'm going to just lightly keep applying these colors right over the top. Just like this. No big deal. As you can tell, the color is deepening because I am not shy about putting this on. Very thick. And what's cool about this one is this is a two-faced bottle. You have the dress in the back and a circular shape for a face in the front. So if you felt like getting weird, you could get weird all over this bottle. Pretty cool, fun, yes. Absolutely terrific. No worries. What I'm going to do is just keep, except when you do that, because if you do that, you're going to mess up your painting. But not to worry. I'm going to fix it. It's one of those days, I tell you. There we go. That was scary crazy. Alright. We'll just consider this one having some texture. Because I do like it. Maybe that drop was meant to happen. I don't know. Do you see that? And this one goes right there. Now that one has a little bit of orange on the very tip of it. That's okay. Because we're going to fix it. I used all of it, didn't I? Goodness gracious, did you see that? Doesn't take much, just takes time, takes patience. Like I said, dry 24 hours. Let it dry 1 hour between coats. If you have a heat gun, heat it up. Not too close, or you'll bubble it up. Let it cool down for about 20 minutes, and then you can go right back after it again. Okay? I will be right back after these have dried for 24 hours, and you will see the finished product. Well, we're going to embellish them together, so you won't see the finish, but you get what I'm saying. I'll be back with the rest. Hello everyone, welcome to the scene of the lost footage again. One too many times flashed in front of the camera, I lost some of my footage, but that's okay, we didn't finish these. I'm going to catch you up to speed. I took these stencils, which are stick-on stencils, and I adhered them to the front, and I used a white pin to go around, okay? What I did on 2 of them that aren't quite finished yet is for the round bottle. I did this. Not round bottle, listen to me. One of them I did this. On the blue one, this one needs to be finished. They all do, actually. And this is the other one that I did. Okay, this is the one you went off on. And I'm very upset about it. And then all I did was put the dots in for this. Okay? That's all we lost. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over. And since this has 2 layers on there already, I'm going to peel that stick right up like that, and that's what you'll get. Okay? I get really annoyed with things that don't like to work like that. And it's okay. I'm irritated. I was showing you how to clean something with a white towel. And with my camera on this, you don't want that. It will mess you up, man. What it does is it deletes the photo. All I was doing was taking hand sanitizer. I set that up. You can see where it's dirty. I always put it back on the sleeve. I hit it like that, and then you just gently go around, and it takes the paint off. Okay? Sorry for the blunder on that, but hey, we're getting through this one way or the other. I promise. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to continue adding my dots. That's the way I like to go. Oops. Okay. Okay. In fact, I might add right there. Then I just took this to accentuate the curve of the neck of the perfume bottle. I am not touching that white paint on the front. I have done that once and I had to take it all off. Now to clean these, soap and water cleanup, no worries. And this is how pretty the bottle looks so far. We're almost done, I promise. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, I'm going to go on this side of this one. Like that. Calm down, hands. I'm going to fling this right down the side like that. Okay? And I hold for the next one. I hold it up to me because my hands tend to drop things. Okay? That was fun. Let's do this. This is a fatter neck bottle, so let's play with this one. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm just going to kind of go off to the sides and only put 4 on this one. I have an idea. It might. No, I don't like it. I'm going around doing the other side. Yeah, that's coolness. I like that a lot. There we go. And we're going to be back to finish that. We're going to take this lovely purple one. We're going to dry it on this one. This purple was a bit of a pain for me. I kept dropping and sliding him on the table. Remember that? Oh, I was embarrassed, but I have my Diet Pepsi looking at me in the corner going, aha, I didn't get you yet. And I'm like, nope, and you're not going to, you little troll. Caffeine really makes my brain hurt some days. I can't have no caffeine because I get a headache. That's enough about me. I'm so sorry. Going on and on about yourself again, are you? Just a little bit. I'm going to make sure my black's ring because we're going to put some black on here. I'm going to start with my green. Okay. I'm going to just go in between the dots. Now, the markers say to bake these, okay? You're free to bake them, but be very careful when you do, okay? Because you can bubble the paint. I used my heat gun, and that worked fine for me. I was really comfortable using that, but please follow the manufacturer's instructions. They're there for a reason, okay? I'm just here to inspire you. That's what we did to this bottle. I'm going to come up here to get my hands under control here, where I have the little white dots, and I'm going to go around and just put a black dot right underneath where the white dots put, like that. Do you see? That bottle is now finished for life. You can put this in your windowsill and put flowers in these. I think flowers would be gorgeous. I'm going to do that. Or if you live in an environment where it's kind of dark and gloomy, and when you don't have a lot of windows in your kitchen, put in your windowsill. Make the rainbow come alive. Okay? There's no need to live without color because we're shy and we can't afford it. So if you can afford $1 perfume, you're set. I'm using my finger to stabilize my hand because I kind of need that. Gets a little scary being me sometimes. I'm going to pull this away for just a second. There. And this one is done. Moving right along. Let's do this pretty pink one. I'm going to just do what I did on the other side. Like this. Okay. Then I'm going to where this one's at, keep my finger still. Okay, and then I might come in and put that there, just like that. Pretty cool, huh? I'm going after the neck again. So what I'm doing is just, I'll try. Okay, I'm going to use that as my stabilizer. And we have this one done. Pretty cute, isn't it? You'll probably be the envy of your neighborhood. Where'd you get those? Teresa told us how. Yep, Teresa did. I'll lay in this black right in here. Now this one got a little messed up, but I don't care about that. We can fix anything. I'm going to do the upper part of this like I did the other ones, so that when I put my hand on this I don't go, oh my god, I just smeared it. Because I don't want to do that. See? Here we go. So this one, I kind of want to follow the design because I'm loving the black and white polka dot thing. I don't know why I love it, but I just love it. And this thing makes me so happy. Anytime I can recycle something and have it turn out this luxe and gorgeous, you better believe I'm a happy camper. And that bottle is finished. Here people go, where'd you get this? I don't think you made that. I think you're wrong, sister. What I'm going to do here is go in between the dots on these as well. Okay. I am loving this. Talk about something to make me a happy girl. This is it. This is it. love it, I love it, I love it. And that is cool. Zebra. Now, I'm going to go right here, like I did with the others. Only they're down a little further. And I'm just going to put in the dots like that. And that one is finished. We have the purple one to do and then we're done. Please don't cry. I've got more to do for you. Okay? I'm just playing. You wouldn't cry. I know. Excuse me, hiccups. You wouldn't cry. That'd make you too happy. But seriously, friends, let's save the planet. Reuse our stuff that's recyclable, shall we? Put that dot in there better. Okay? There we go. My dad's locking the house up for the night. If you're new to my channel, I take care of my dad. He's had 2 heart attacks. My mom passed away 4 years ago. My brother does not care. And I'm the only one left to take care of him. And that is our purple jar. Isn't this fun? I'm going to set you up here so you can see all of the creativity that you created to hang with Teresa. I'm going to brag a little bit. It's okay. Are you ready for that? Here we go. Up you go. Do you see just how pretty of a rainbow that you'll have? Truly a phenomenal way to display some character art that is all your own. Blessed may you be in your journey. Blessed may you be in your life, and thank you for blessing me with your presence. Please stay safe. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.